might as well say something. I think it depends on who you work for. I think that a good example would be that back in the day, if you needed to write somebody a letter and you needed to deliver it yourself, you would write the letter and you would walk to their house and you would walk back. It takes a certain amount of time. These days you can pull up your email, you can write the letter and you can get a lot more emails out. So I don't think that just because you're using a lot of time to do that stuff means that if you were freed up, you would do more of that stuff. It depends on who you work for. If your boss feels that you're more efficient and he wants you to do more of the same stuff, you're going to do more of the same stuff. You're working for somebody who, if you're now done for the day, says, well, why don't you go sit, with that team? They're working on quite an interesting project. You've got the whole afternoon off. You did pretty well. Always enjoyed X, Y, and Z. You wanted to get involved in product development. You're on the risk side. You're in the solvency team. Go have a look, sit with them, and if you enjoy it, you can get involved in that project. So I think it depends on who you work for. Make no mistakes. Just because actuaries are problem solvers and they enjoy the challenge and of solving problems, it doesn't mean that they like to grind all the time and be super busy. They don't want to see their friends. They're just very ambitious and they want to achieve a goal. But I can tell you now that if actuaries have got a bit of free time, they would most certainly rather spend some time doing video meetings with their family, and so it just depends on who do you report to and what are you allowed to do at that time. So that's my opinion.
So Adi, I'm interested. What is the profile of your actuarial group? Are they retired actuaries looking to do something different, or a young actuary who actually wants to break ground and does something interesting?
Thanks. It's a good question. So our actuaries, we have a few different tiers. We have the senior actuaries, sort of 15, 20 years post-qualified, that are running the life teams. A perfect example would be Andy, who was head of ERM at Prudential in the UK. He qualified in 91. He runs the life and reinsurance team. Underneath him he has Claude, who's an ex-stat actuary. He also qualified about 15 years ago. And then underneath them they've got Tanya, who just recently qualified. She's got 5 years of experience, lots of solvency experience. And then Kurti, she's not even qualified yet, sort of 6 years of experience, product development, pricing. She's pumping at the moment, and she's got Rafal qualified 2008, and so there's a mix. We've got Adam, who only worked for about 2-3 years in actuarial. He was doing annuities. He wasn't really doing much, and I was working on a pricing project. So he qualified by himself. He wasn't really, he didn't go up through the ranks and burnt out, and so I think that we have different tiers, and that's just the life team. Then on the GI side, we've got different levels, exactly the same as all the other companies. We have to have a mix. So we also have actuaries that are mothers that have, a few years back had, 1 or 2 or 3 kids. They, super efficient. Unfortunately, family life was a little bit tricky. They left the corporate world for a while, so they would piggyback with some of the other teams that maybe are a little bit more up to date on the regulatory stuff, but you cannot dismiss sort of 8, 9, 10 years of pure hardcore corporate experience. She's been out of the game for 3-4 years. Doesn't mean that she's going to handle a project by herself, but a year and a half down the line, when she's back into it, and she's going to be able to handle the project by herself. So it's quite a mix. And now a whole bunch of young, fresh, sort of 2 years of experience, just qualified. Left varsity, needing one exam, you have to qualify. Hey, I want to be a virtual actuary, no experience. So what do you do with them? They're earning this much, they've got no experience, but they want to be a virtual actuary. So it's do you bring them in? Don't you? Well, this guy got 100% at varsity for all of his exams. Is that okay? Bring him in. He can model better than anyone else we know. We can put him on certain projects. So there's a mix. Or this guy's too arrogant, or she's too arrogant, or whatever. We don't want them in the team. They haven't cut their teeth. So it's about personalities, and there's a huge range across in all the teams, just like any of the other consultancies.